unless you fix this one thing. What's up, everybody? Hernan Vasquez here, and on today's episode, we're just going to be talking about really good news for marketers, actually, and for business owners and entrepreneurs. And the one thing that makes campaigns either work or not work. And we're going to talk about this right now. But before we dive into that, if you want help with your advertising, with your digital marketing, head over to scaledriven.com. That's scaledriven.com. At scaledriven.com, we focus on generating really good, effective, direct response campaigns. And a campaign is not just ads, as we're going to see. It's a lot more than just advertising. We're going to be talking about that. All right. So head on over to scaledriven.com, read the message that's in there. And if it resonates with you, feel free to schedule a call with our team. Now, let's talk about why most campaigns fail, or why many marketing campaigns fail, and what you need to do in order to fix them. Now, I just want to share with you guys a pretty cool article. This came across, actually, Jeremiah's, the agency CRO, sent it over this morning, and we thought it was really cool. So I thought that I would share it with you. And one of the reasons why we started doing a lot more strategy for our clients is because this one thing that I'm about to share with you guys. Okay, so let me actually share my screen. Boom, there we go. Okay, here we go. All right, so this is a marketingweek.com article. Marketing Week is a big marketing publication. And as you can see, the title of this is Revealed. Marketing strategic importance is on the rise. And this is why I think this is really important and really good news for entrepreneurs and marketers and CMOs and whatnot in general, is because right now, entrepreneurs, business owners, they understand the importance of strategic marketing deployment and development in order to grow their business. So this was a 2022 Marketing Week career and salary survey reveals marketing is becoming better appreciated for its strategic role in businesses, suggesting marketers' contributions during the COVID crisis and wider effectiveness push is paying off. So as you can see, 30.9% of business owners have said that marketing has a greater strategic role than before, okay? And 14.8 said that marketing is better appreciated, and 13.8 people said that marketing is seen as much more influential. Now, why is this a big deal, and why I think that it ties to the topic of this video or this content? It has to do with what's the number one thing that you need to fix in order to make your campaigns work. And it has to do with the strategy, if you think about it, all right? It has to do with the strategy behind the campaign. So a marketing campaign is composed by a bunch of different moving pieces. You have the ads, you have the offer, you have the landing page, you have the follow-up, you have the funnel, you have the automations. So there's a lot of moving pieces to a marketing campaign. Now, when I mention marketing campaign, it's not just about the ads. It's about pretty much everything that surrounds a campaign per se. So what we do is scaledriven.com, and why we're doubling down on helping people with their strategies, it's because of that. We were having a conversation with a potential client yesterday, and when we presented what we could do for them, they were like, well, you guys are doing much more than any marketing agency. And the answer to that was, well, we're not a marketing agency. What we do is we help businesses increase their revenue. That's why we're called Scale Driven, right? We're not a marketing agency or a media buying agency, because a media buying agency, they'll ask you for your landing page and they'll send a bunch of traffic to it, and then they'll call it a day. They'll charge you for ad spend or whatever, and they'll call it a day, right? Or a marketing agency, they'll show you impressions, or they'll show you reach or brand awareness and all that stuff, or followers or subscribers. But a lot of times that's not impacting the bottom line. So what we do at scaledriven.com is we actually come up with a marketing strategy. So whether you're hiring us to run your ads, which we can, or you're hiring us to set up a complete funnel and sales system for your company, strategy needs to be number one, because otherwise you will be sending traffic to a landing page and then hoping that you will get subscribers or leads or buyers. But the main point is the strategy that's behind the whole campaign. And we actually have campaign strategists in our team because they set out to set up strategies. So the first thing, before you even launch an ad, before you even write an email, before you even come up with an offer, the first thing that you need to think about, okay, is how this strategy is going to impact my business. And not only impact your business today, but how it's going to impact your business over the next 12, 18, 24 months. That's really important, because if you think about it, what you're doing when you're setting up a marketing campaign is you're acquiring customers, or you're trying to acquire customers through the internet, right? Now, in words of Dan Kennedy, which is like over there. Okay, there we go. Boom. This is super hard to do, by the way. That's a picture of Dan Kennedy right there. He would say a buyer is a buyer is a buyer. And a lot of clients that are coming to us are struggling to scale their campaigns and their advertising campaigns is because they're not selling more stuff to their buyers. And this is specifically true with software companies. And software companies, usually what happens is that we get a lot of resistance when it comes to, okay, what else are you selling to these guys? They have a need. You're fulfilling a need, right? And they might have many, many other needs. So what else you're selling to these guys? So I think that there's a mindset thing there that info product publishers or maybe coaches, consultants, they don't battle with this, but we do notice it with e-com clients, for instance, is that you have an acquisition product and that's it, and then you don't send emails. Or software businesses specifically, we're working with several software businesses and we help them develop their backend, because a buyer is a buyer is a buyer. So when you're sitting down and thinking about, okay, how is this campaign strategy is going to affect my business and impact my bottom line from here on out, that's where you increase your probabilities of success. Like, a lot of people tend to get focused on the sexy stuff, right? And the sexy stuff is, okay, I'm just going to target someone differently, or I'm just going to, write a little bit of new copy, or I'm just going to test these images on Facebook ads. And that's all sexy and that's all good and it's a lot of fun. Or I'm just going to put together this landing page now and it's all fun. But the reality is that without a strategy behind it that sets the scaffolding for all of the activities, right? Because running ads is an activity, setting up landing pages is an activity, coming up with an offer is an activity, writing the follow-up sequence is an activity, and then you can come up with an actual machine that generates revenue and leads and clients and buyers and perpetual buyers, basically, for your company. Without that, then you don't have anything. Okay, so that's what I want to point out, is that as business owners start understanding that marketing is part of their overall strategy, and as business owners they start understanding how marketing, especially digital marketing, play a role during COVID, right? That's exactly what you want to do. You want to start focusing on becoming a better marketing strategist, because that way you can actually come up with a strategy, and then you can outsource a lot of the stuff that happens behind the scene, right? You can outsource your ads, you can outsource your funnels, you can outsource your copywriting, your emails, like you can outsource everything else, but it's really, really hard to outsource the strategy. Now, that's something that we do at Scale Driven, we assign an actual CRO. It's a chief revenue officer. It's not a chief marketing officer, because marketing is only part of the equation. There's marketing and sales. And the CRO, it's actually taking a look at your marketing process, but it's also taking a look at your sales process, which is the other part of the equation that we as marketers tend to forget about, right? It's like, what's happening when somebody comes in your funnel? Do you give them a call? What do you say on that call, right? How many people are showing up to the call? How many people you're closing on the call? Do you have a seller and closer pair? What's going on there, right? So we take a look at that. We also take a look at your sales process. So right now, for instance, we just onboarded a client, and by the way, they're paying us to do their media buying, but we realized that just by doing media buying, we're not going to do them any good. Just by doing media buying, we're not just going to grow their business, We need to go above and beyond. So that's what we do at ScaleDriven.com. So if you want to learn more about what we can do for your business in terms of strategy and in terms of implementation, head over to ScaleDriven.com, read that message. And if it resonates with you, schedule a call with our team. No pressure on that call at all. We want to give you as much value as possible so that you can actually increase your revenue and impact your bottom line this year. So I hope that this is helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Feel free to put them in the comments below. This should be great stuff by Jason. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate you, man. Awesome. I appreciate it. So yeah, really, really good stuff for everyone that is paying attention to all this stuff. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. And I'll see you guys really, really soon. Bye-bye.